Hello everyone, and welcome back to more for the 2023 Dune Imperium Cup. For Dune Imperium, with the Rise of X and Immortality expansions. I'm your host and commentator, the BlackShadow. This is the third game I've commentated today. I wasn't meant to do this one, but was told pretty late that Group C have managed to organise a match that is getting played like in about 30 minutes. I was like, sure, I'll eat some dinner, and here we are. It is group stages. Here is a look at Group C. This is players mainly from the west coast of the US. And today's game's going to be featuring EV Bomb, Pons, CitizenZane, and HumanBeanJuice, as everyone will get to their 2 games played. We reach the halfway stage in the group as well. Jarmin currently leading, 2 wins from 2. Very strong performance from him on the bounce, following behind with a first and second. It's not been a great start to the tournament for any of our players today. All of them finishing either 3rd or 4th place in their first game. So they'll be very much keen to make a good result here. This is a big game for them, truthfully. Whoever wins will feel they've got a good shot at making the knockouts later on. But a 3rd or even a last place here could spell real trouble. Not quite knocking them out, but putting them almost into must-win territory for the rest of the competition. I personally have played against Pons quite a fair amount. Very, very solid player. Evie as well, who did feature, I believe, in the Water of Life competition. Evie also a pretty solid player. Pretty narrowly finding themselves in 3rd place in the game that was won by On The Bounce. 2nd place going to Ruffians. So, as I said, this is a big game for all of them here. This is one of those, like, you just don't want to lose this match. Coming last here would be a real disaster. Remember, it is top 6 of the table that will go through to the knockouts in some form or another. But the higher up you get, the more buys you get into the knockout rounds, which is really huge. Alright then, so here we go then for the match. HumanBeanJuice has got the first position, which means it'll be Pons to select first. Right, it is 4-3-1-2 for the pick order. The reverse, is it like a reverse Z? No, Z's like that. The reverse 2? No, whatever. Anyways, let's go look at what's going on here. I apologize. So, opening row is pretty busy. The opening cards here, Subject 137, which is a good card on the face of it, but I think its popularity at the moment is starting to struggle a little bit. There's a few people that have been picking this and then struggling to actually get the beetle going. Early, it kind of clogs up the deck for a while until you get that market start doing a ton. So that's a problem. Yes, that might be annoying you as well. Twisted Mentat's pretty nice, but obviously pretty expensive. As for the Imperium row, a couple of decent cards, Voice and G-Manipulation, but it's one of those rows I could definitely see someone trying to get to 4 or 5 and then punting to try and find like a really strong card. They are about, and the past 2 games I've commentated, this is the 3rd game I've commentated today. The past 2 games, we've had 3 atomics in the first round, so, you know, anything can happen. As far as the techs here, very cheap stuff here. Training drones, troop transports, and holo projectors. All pretty solid, all pretty good stuff here. So, liking the look of that. I think we might have some dive into that early. And then we get to the leaders here. A lot of big names missing. No Tesia, no Ilban, no Beast. So, Baron might get picked very early here with the intention of not letting it go further down the line. And people are going to have to kind of muster it as we go here. Helena might well be picked, but it's too early for Quizzes Haderach, you'd think. But we'll see how we go. So it'll be Pons to pick first here. Baron's interesting. Baron, like, in 4th position, like, it's not his best position by any stretch of imagination, but Baron is Baron, and people definitely like it. Picking Duke Leto instead, which is interesting. Maybe intending to challenge shipping fairly early here. Use people's fold space bumps to try and use that in advance with his Signet Ring. EV Bomb's up next. So 3rd spot is kind of weird for Baron. We're in a current meta where player 1 tends to go smuggling, and player 2 goes forward space. So having Baron in 3rd is a little awkward sometimes, because player 2 tends to cut you off from shipping a lot of the time. Not always, but that can definitely happen. So Evie, I think, will be a little bit conscious of that, but Baron's pretty good, so he'll take him. HumanBean will be up next. Probably taking Yuna, I would think. Thinking there's ways that I can get hold of Swordmaster early, and then probably Ikaz in 2nd spot. Problem is, though, is that Ikaz in 2nd position, it's really hard to get a lot of coordination going, because you hit in fold space a lot of the time the first 2 rounds, so you're not trashing. So maybe you go Helena instead. I'm not entirely sure. We shall see how it goes. But I think think we'll see Yuna here. No, Helena taken here, which is interesting. Which means I'd imagine we'll see Yuna in second position then. I feel like between Yuna and Ikaz, I think I'd be taking Yuna more often than not. There's no great free costers out there. Voice is solid, and, you know, Voice is a good card. I love Voice. And Manipulation is solid, but I don't know if it's good enough for Ikaz, and that is indeed what happens here. So, Baron's going to go ahead and take his tokens, going with the usual 2 of the Spacing and Fremen. I do believe that Spacing is pretty much mandatory in any kind of competition. Fremen is normally taken, but sometimes you can go Emperor. I don't see a reason to go Emperor for this one, though. Okay, then, here we go. Let's get the board open. Let's rock and roll. So, the opening conflict is... Oh, no. Wow. It is the Spice Influence Skirmish. The Baron Harkonnen is laughing. Helena's not pulled any Diplo or Ring. Yuna's got both. Leto's only got the 1 Diplo. His hand's not too great here. Baron is happy as anything here. This is huge for him. So, yeah, this is pretty bad for the players here. This is a real issue. And the thing is, Yuna can't even go Hardy Warriors. She has no water. So Baron will get Hardy Warriors uncontested. And he's going to pile it in here. Helena will open up with Smuggling. Might as well. Not much else to be doing here. Yuna will fold space. But she's going to have to wait a while to get hold of the shipping here. She's that's just the way this one's going to go down. But fold space seems not unreasonable here. If there was money in the conflict, maybe there's a world you could go wealth, conflict, and then wealth again to get Swordmaster. I wouldn't even hate that. Because you know Baron's going Hardy Warriors if he has any faction access. So this is a bit awkward for Yuna. There are clocks that have been put on. Do bear in mind there are no time limits in these games. These players could take 4 hours, and, well, I'd be here for those 4 hours. There'd be some editing, but we'd be here for those 4 hours. So, Yuna's gonna feel like she's gotta go fold space, but, like, yeah. She's gonna have to be patient to get hold of the fold space access. She's not gonna see any shipping till, like, round 4 by looks of it. Here comes Hardy Warriors. And I don't see any way that anyone is going to realistically make any challenge to this. So, pretty big result here for Evie early. Very, very nice way that this has worked out. So, the usual bumps. Leto's up. Leto's not found his ring. I think we might see some wealth here from Leto. Maybe still suits. No, just going to go wealth. Leto might do the wealth mentat strat as it's a bit on the cheaper side, but we'll see. Helena's up. Does have her second experimentation. I don't hate using it here. Could use second experimentation and look to get hold of subject immediately. It's one of the only ones I would consider. Like, normally on the Talaxu track, usually people will bump downwards for the beetle. But if you're going for subject or natural reflexes, something like that, super early, it can make definite sense to bump up twice and then take the skip here and get your cards activated as soon as possible. It's actually useful for Helena. Remember, she cannot be blocked at green spaces. So I don't actually hate her rushing for subject here. I mean, it could be a nice little card. And it looks like she's going to agree here and make her way over to Imperial Basin, which Yuna does not want to see. Yuna wants to get Imperial Basin, but I don't think she's going to find her way there. And I think this is the right move from Helena. I like this. Whether she actually bumps up for subject or not is another question. But I actually would not hate her doing this at all. Gonna put the 2 in. Wants a bit of spice. Don't hate that. Go on. Bump up. Bump up. Go on. Yes. Go on, Helena. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it, Bean. Really cool. Great to see that. That's a nice, positive move. All right, then. Yuna hates it. Yuna absolutely hates it. So she's off to Carthag, and is going to just try and find something, I guess. See what she comes across. Finds Glimpse the Path. I mean, that's good for her, actually. It helps her get her past her water initial issues here. So she's going to go in. She's going to put in all 3 troops here, which is going to make life a bit nervous for Baron. Baron's going to feel like probably going steel suits and just putting the 5th troop in. Asking the question. Baron's only got the 1 dagger. He's not going to feel too comfortable. I think just going steel suits and putting it in is fine. Secret is also okay. Depends how you see it. I think if Eva's alright, I don't think there's any need to early reveal or anything. When you got the Diplo, it feels kind of bad not to use it. You don't have to use it here. The thing is, the alternative you've got is Arrakis. You're not in any danger of not getting to shipping next round. Like, your ring and both your experimentations are coming. So, that's not a concern. I mean, you could Arrakis. I think just steel suits, put the 5th troop in, can't be bad. Yeah. Just seems solid to me. Like, you know, can't be a bad move here. Baron's going to have 5 influence bumps in 2 actions, basically. It's kind of nuts. Leto does Mentap, finds his other dagger, which is not what he was looking for. He was looking for any other card than his other dagger, truth be told. Either of his Diplos, his ring, even his convincing. That is the worst draw Leto could have found. Helena reveals for free. Voice Orb Gmip is either good. I don't hate either. Voice is kind of weird for you, in that you don't need it as much. There is the subject. Again, I really love that Human Bean's gone for this. I think that's a really cool move. I think I'd go G Manipulation, I think, for Helena. Much as I love Voice. But Voice lets you do some really cool stuff. So, that's that. Red has to take his bump. It's a mandatory effect, so I have to tell him he has to do it. If it's not mandatory, I will not. So, Helena's going to reveal for free. Or Yuna's going to reveal for free. I don't mind her taking Voice here. I'd like to see that. I think Voice is solid, and, you know, might punish some greedy Baron plays. I think ripping the rope free is really asking a lot, when Voice is solid. Does opt for it. Baron's also going to reveal for free. Baron might buy like a liaison, I would imagine. I don't know if he's going to buy anything else. Again, ripping the rope free, you know, I mean, like, you're asking for a lot. He's eyeing up organ merchants here. This card started to come in more in play, in, like, 3rd position. People trying to rush the Swordmaster. Does opt for it. So Leto's got 4, still an action to go. Siege Reverend's down there. It's a very nice shot. There's some very good cards out here, but it's all kind of pricey. Leto might just go Tech Negotiation here, I think. That gets into 5. Could 5 and rip it. Or you go Experimentation Basin. Oh, he's going to Arrakis. Oh, gosh. There's a lot of cards now you don't want to see. What are you looking for here? Well, there's your Signet Ring. I guess this figures just get some boots on the ground. Ready for later on. Garrison up, target the next conflict. So be it, I guess. He's obviously possible he might find his ring again here. 4 to buy. Siege Reverend looks pretty good. Does take it. Guild Chief Admin is coming soon. So, okay then. So, nothing to be played here. Baron will take the conflict. Couple of spice for Yuna. So Yuna's in a weird spot where, like, she might as well just fold space and get it done, but she knows she's not going to be able to ship for a while here. So she's going to have to come up with some alternate plans. Could also consider just glimpsing for... Ooh, here's an interesting move. You could glimpse and take Hagar Basin, gets you to 4 spice, and then just conspire. That's an interesting little move. But, no, just hits fold space. I kind of would have liked that, actually. I think that would have been kind of fun. Next up is Imperial Basin anyways. That's a big early confab. This round 2 is huge for all sorts of reasons. The point, the map control, the water. Massive, massive fight here for Lido. He's going to want a piece of this. Lido's going to open up with Haga Basin, I imagine. Oh, but then it threatens Hardy Warriors. He loses control of it. I think I would just Hardy and just get 3 dudes in, I think, here. Oh, he's got steel suits. Duke Lido is eyeing up. Oh, is he really going to try and do this and then just a great flat and then next round conspire Swordmaster? He needs a 7th coin. He's only got 6. He'd need some help from, like, Baron to give him Swordmaster, which might be interesting. Helena's going to Hardy Warriors here. If Lido isn't, she will. This is all going in. No shocks there. You know, there's a second chance to go Haga Basin here. And I really like the move. I think Glimpse, Haga Basin, get up to 4 spice, get the experimentation done. I like the move. No. She's going to hard buy troop transports and take it away from the Baron. Wow. Okay, this is a fun game. Don't often see that. People just hard buying troop transports. It's very rare. But letting Baron have that seems a little bit ridiculous, I guess. So just hard buys it away. It's kind of a cool move. I think EV might have even considered doing that. So, Baron's up. Could smuggle to get the Signet Ring in. There's an interesting move here where you smuggle and take the cash, and then next round you install the ship up and down to take cash again to get Swordmaster. I quite like that move actually from Baron. I think that's actually what I would consider doing. I would take the cash. He's gonna decide to experiment instead of the... I think I'd be taking the Signet Ring here personally. That's just me. Maybe he's thinking if I do it this way, I open up. I can get also the wealth and get my Swordmaster that way, which is not unreasonable. But it means Leo can now, obviously, he's ready to conspire. Conspire Swordmaster is now available, but he's not going to get it till round 4. Baron is set up to get in the way of that. But Baron could have gotten in the way of it in a few different ways, so it's not a big deal. So, Baron racing to the Fremen Alliance. He's going to hope that he can just hold for that for ages. It's not as imperative now that Leto goes Great Flat, but feels like it's a bit scary. But is Baron next round ever, like, going to just go Great Flat immediately? Like, it seems kind of unlikely he would do that when he wants a Swordmaster. So I don't think you actually have to go Great Flat here if you don't want to. I think it's totally safe. Leto's going to Mentat again. Ooh, interesting. Well, I guess if you think Baron's going to have Swordmaster, then you don't need to worry about the cash immediately. So I don't hate it. Kind of getting to wait and see. Helena has to take an action now, so she's got to commit more forces at Carthage, you'd think. Not really much else to do. I don't know what she's ringing either. She might rip the row and try and ring something better here. She's got, basically, she can buy a 4. She can get out a guild chief. Oh, Jesus. Wow. That's pretty gross. So, he's just going to get Kwisatz Haderach out of there. So, Kwisatz is out of the game. So, Yuna's going to reveal for 4. I think Yuna will be taking Guild Chief Admin, I think, every day of the week here. You know, those shipping bumps are useful. Base Sister's always just a nice solid card, but I feel like she'll take Guild Chief Admin a lot. No, does take Base Sister. Okay. I don't hate it, but I think when you've got troop transports, like, I'd be wanting Guild Chief Admin here. At 5 even. Very surprised then. Baron with 3. Can't buy anything. He's going to gamble. Well, find some alright stuff. Initiates there. War Peddlers there. You can buy everything here. It's a very cheap row. Goes Imperial Spy. I like it. So Leto's just going to go secrets here. It's a good thing he's not getting further involved in this conflict. He cannot win it. Mine's economic pits. Oh, dear. Well, it's kind of a shame. He can't do much of that, but it's fine. He wants the 2-war anyway, so... Helena will take the point here. Ambush will be kept in hand for a future conflict. Free to buy for her as well. City Manufacturer, that's a massive card. Kwisatz obviously is out of here. I think War Peddler's alright. Because you can never be blocked at Research Station and such. I think Initiate's also alright. Does opt for it. Nothing outstanding, but I guess it will do. Clandestine turns up next with some grafting that could be really strong. And Leto is going to reveal for 4. Oh, wow. Okay, Leto goes Guild Impersonator. Wow. Baron is not going to be happy to see that. Nor is Yuna. That is interesting. That with Leto's signet ring is pretty scary. Gambles with 4. Lady Jessica is there now. So we have probably the second best card of the game. The best card in the game. Another Benny sister is taken. Duncan left there. Spiritual Fervor's there. Wow. So, Leto is absolutely stacked with water early. Helena will get Imperial Base in round 2. Both pretty big. And we're going to move on here. Here we go then. Round 3. Been an interesting opening so far. I quite like this. This is a fun little game. Next up is Cloak and Dagger. There is no intrigues around here, so everyone wants a piece of this. The Wild Bump as well early. Still pretty good to go for. Leto finds Guild Impersonator immediately with his signet ring. So Baron obviously is... well, if he's doing this, he's got to go up and down and take the... he's got to go up and down and just take the cash here. Which is what he will do. Grabbing intrigues. No! No, he finds Calculated Hire. No! He's gonna... Might just use that immediately here. With Ring, Signet, and Inspire, I would be very tempted to just beat that out immediately. Yeah. That's pretty brutal. That's a pretty brutal draw for everyone. Nothing they can do about that. Leo's got guild admin, so he'll be able to... This is a double bump. And he can go mining here, so this is huge. So that's 1 bump, and he can chase, so he can get shipping access next round. That's, Oh, he's going to do it with his experimentation. Which, you know, is fine enough, I guess. But they know he's got his ring, so Yuna now knows she's not getting to shipping next round. Yuna can't even voice the Swordmaster. What I'd love to see Yuna do is hold off on voice, try and bait Baron to be greedy here, and then block Swordmaster if he gets greedy. So what you got to do with voice, don't just use it straight away. You know, you've got to pick the right moment to cause maximum disruption to people. And it's what you do. You punish people being super, super greedy. That's the point here. So Yuna just needs to like use Fold Space or something and just hold off for now. Helena's going for Jessica here. She's got 5. It's Arrakis for me. Arrakis or Tech Negotiation. You've got to pick Jessica. It's just so good for you. The thing is, you need more persuasion though. She's thinking, well, I could go Carfag and pull it, or wherever, and then I can still go Dagger to Tech Negotiation. That's what's being considered here, and then get hold of like Disposal Facility. Ooh, that's actually really juicy. Can ring this, and yeah, Disposal Facility is there, and we'll have enough persuasion to get to do the trash as well. Oh, that's super juicy. You can trash the Dagger, trash Recon, pull Jessica. That's a massive round. So this is kind of a free move. Do you perform Calfag, or do you just want to pick up some spice here? You have no water, so you can't go Haga Basin. I like Imperial Basin. +3 spice. It's pretty good. That's pretty good for me. So rip out Jessica, and then Tech Negotiation, Disposal Facility. Now, it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. Did it with Quizets in the last round and just ripped it out the row. Oh my holy gosh. First one of the day. Deary me. Oh, man. So Quizzet's got ripped. Do they think she's just ripping out Jessica here? Who knows? Yuna's up. Yuna's got to hold off on voice here. I think it's just fold space something somewhere. Maybe like steel suits or something. Oh, Haga Basin Spice is just sitting there, though. It's so juicy. It's annoying you've pulled both experimentations right now. It's a bit of a pain. Are we going to see the glimpse now? There's a lot of spice there. No, just smuggles. Just smuggles. Interesting. Now, does Baron get greedy here? Does Baron get greedy? There's all that spice in Haga Basin. It's pretty tempting. Yep. Yep. Is exactly correct. Baron has been baited in Haga Basin, and now he's going to lose his Swordmaster. That's pretty funny. And now Voice is going to do the punishment. I don't know if Yuna did that deliberately. It's a masterstroke if you did. Here comes Leo's shipping chase. He's going to go Carfag and just throw more dudes in. Oh, he finds double cross. Oh, that's nice. He's going to go for this alliance heavy as well as Leto. And he's got every reason to do so. Oh, this is going to be funny when Yuna does this. That's great. So, Helena, I still think Tech Negotiation, Disposal Facility. I 100% think that's the right way to go here. Might go Projectors or Training Drones. I mean, they're all fine, but I would have liked to have seen Disposal, because you're getting 2 trashes this round. Dagger goes, Recon goes, you feel pretty happy. But opts for Training Drones instead, which is also fine. Come on, Yuna. Where do you voice? Where do you go to voice here is the only issue. You'd have to go out Arrakis, which is fine. You've got to voice him here. You've got to punish this. The guy finds urgent. What are you going to do? Zane's thinking about it. Oh, really? You don't have to voice, but, like, it just feels like Baron's is just huge advantage if you just give him Swordmaster and shipping. I think it's too much. It's kind of criminal to me to give that away to Baron. I'd be punishing this. Come on, Yuna. Pull the trigger. I know you want to use your Diplo stuff. But I think once you smuggle, like, you've kind of gone down this pathway. You're really going to let him have Swordmaster as well as the shipping here? Seems absurd. The problem is, like, I know you want to use your fold space. There's no great moves for you here. Yuna's trying to think, how do I get my Swordmaster? The problem is that you have no guarantees you're going to get it. Like, Leto can just conspire Swordmaster ahead of you. So, unless you can get hold of 4 money right now, which you can't, there's not a lot you can do. Oh, what is this? Finds... Oh, she's trying to... I think Princess Yuna is trying to find ways to not... Oh, she's going to reveal for TM! I cannot believe Baron's going to get the Swordmaster here. Unbelievable. Wow. Wow. That's kind of wild. Barons gets his Swordmaster because Yuna wanted TM more. It's not a good card or anything, though. I mean, you know, Not remotely overly strong. Wow. I don't know. Is that the right call? Is that not the right call? I don't know. Like, Baron's massive favorite for this game now, right? I think Baron is a very strong favorite in this game. I'm really surprised about that, but there you go. Holy hell, and goes Twisted Mentat as well. Wow, okay. Well, it's all happening here. So Lido is going to reveal. Lido, I don't think, can double cross here. Lido's got to keep the cash so he can ship and get his Swordmaster next round. Oh. Oh, I see what's going on here. I see what's going on. So Lido's going to do this, A, to make Baron's life awkward, to get him out of the conflict so he doesn't get a load of cheap goods. I think the Baron also wants to do this so he can economic and retreat his troops. And still get it this way. So I know what's going on here. It's a fun move, and, well, there's nothing Baron can do. Baron cannot get troops in here. So Helena gets Jessica. Helena has to trigger training drones, but I can't tell her to trigger training drones because it's not mandatory. Baron's hoping to find something or nothing, but doesn't. Gruesome sacrifice, so Lido is going to use economic positioning to retreat the troops. Looks like is the plan here. As happens though, double cross you leap dudes in. People will do that. So Baron got punished one way, but not the other, I guess. It's probably fine. It's up to the table. I don't think EV is... I don't know how serious EV is, or isn't there? Yeah, that's what I thought. It's a laser, it's not a big deal. Right. So, I assume Lido is retreating with economic, right? I assume that's the plan. So, tell me about it. So it is combat. Oh no. Now, Lido needs to make sure he retreats these troops before he pulls the intrigues, because it's combat phase. So, where are we at here? Combat phase? Oh, Lido doesn't retreat the troops, so he's going to hold on to it. Oh, no. Wow. That's pretty good. It's pretty dirty when Duke Lido gets bribery. It's pretty dirty. Okay, then. So, yeah, I assumed he was going to retreat the troops, but I guess he didn't. Raid stockpiles is next. So, more resources to go for here. The one conflict VP, which Helena obviously went and took. And we'll move on here. Lido's up first. Finds access to shipping just about. Huh. So Lido goes wealth and bribes, which is not enough for Swordmaster. Doesn't bother shipping, which means Yuna's getting the... okay. That was most interesting. Helena's up. Helena is got subject in hand, but it can't use it currently. So I think she's going to go Mentat. She's got no way of getting Swordmaster right now. So, yeah, that was kind of a weird move. Helena almost wants to experiment so she can subject, but she's pulled a Diplo. Might be after some selective breeding here. Yuna's going to be like, okay, I guess I ship. So Yuna's going to get Swordmaster next, which I don't think she was expecting. Can we see what she's going to take the bump? Just get Fremen, get access to Siege. Looks good to me. Baron goes selective first. Lido, I don't know what Lido's going to do here. Lido has no Fremen bond currently, so Siege isn't doing anything, so you might as well use it for something. I don't know what you're going to use it for. Secrets? Hardy Warriors? I don't know. This whole route has been kind of unsettled, because Lido, I think, was just meant to just ship and take cash to get Swordmaster. And then Lido didn't. Went Wealth. So that has kind of made this all a bit messy this round. Secrets is fine. I don't hate Secrets. Oh my god, more swords. Private Army on top of everything else. It's pretty nice. A dagger will go. That's out of there. Problem now, though, is that Council Access is a little tricky for Lido here. And he's still not got his Swordmaster or High Council. Helena really wants to get Subject going here, but it's just going to have to be patient. You'd think Helena just Diplos a lot here to forward space just to get ready, right? Green's just looking at everyone's cards. I don't know quite what he's looking for, but, I mean, I don't know sometimes. Full space can't be bad here, right? Yeah, full space, and then probably just G manipulation to get the trash and the 2 spice. Subject will have to just wait for now. Swordmaster it is. Barons have a couple of actions. Organ Merchant's there. Signet Ring is there. Experimentation is there, but there's nothing great to hit. Might just go smuggling, I guess. I don't hate the move. Organ Merchant's kind of weird. Like, I don't really know what you're doing with it. If you start selling for money, like, what are you going to do with the money? I don't really know. I think you got the experimentation, you should probably be using it. But he's going to do it this way instead. Arrakis. I was going to say, that didn't make any sense. Goes to Carthag, finds Bindu. Does sell the specimen for the 4 coins. Where's Baron Harkonnen going? Is he going High Council this game? It looks like he's setting up for High Council now. Way just noticed that. Did you notice the way that Baron was just like counting their cards up there? I think just like counting up their persuasion. That gives me a feeling that they're heading off to High Council here with their Signet Ring. Leah's going to reveal for 5. No atomics for blue. Sarkar Legion could be worse. Goes for Spiritual Fervor, so just going to go ahead and accelerate their research here a little bit. Which I don't hate. I don't think there's anything else I'd be buying here. 7, 9, 12... No, buy Liaison. Oh my god, buy a Liaison and buy Face Dance Initiate. I didn't even see that was up there. Oh, it's such a good card for you. It's such a good card for you from a bond. No! Oh, it's such a good card for you here, I think. Face to answer initiate, because you've got the Seeks Forever, and it just gives you extra fodder for that. Because the Liaison you don't really want to use, but Face Dancer you definitely can. So Helena's got a choice. Could experiment to get subject activated, or G-manipulate to trash and get more spice. Opts for the experimentation. So, is getting ready for some techs possibly next... Wow. Okay. Worried about... I don't quite know what. Just cashes it in. Is Una going to get to more shipping here this next round? Are they that worried? I mean, I don't know. That was interesting. Oh, was that not me picked? Okay, yeah. So Water of Life it was. So shuffle the deck. It's the correct way to do it. If an intrigue gets tabled like that, then yeah, it should be. So it's just shuffled, redrawn. Harvest sells it is now instead. But it's right that the table should see what the intrigue was before it gets shuffled in. 100%. Yuna's got an action. You must be wondering what the heck's going on this game. Still suits, I guess. Yeah, it's a point. It's water. It's all good. Don't think she's going to bother putting in the extra troop here. Baron's got Gruesome, so Baron wants to get a third dude in here. So he can Gruesome and still get the 2 spies. So he's just going to go Arrakis and do so. This might make Una feel slightly uncomfortable here. I wonder if this might influence Una to take the swords instead of the persuasion. Who knows? Finesse is found for Baron. Good grief. Intrigues all over the place. Helena reveals for 4. Might be tempted by like Duncan or something, but I don't think it's a great card for her. Helena's got 14 already. You've got Jessica. You want to see Jessica as much as possible. So I would not be buying spuriously. Eyeing up local fence. Duncan is not the worst in the world because it helps you get to research station more. So I don't hate Duncan loyal as Helena, but I wouldn't be pulling too much more here. Even that's a little bit spurious. So Green's got to decide swords or intrigue or persuasion. Had eyes on pure sorry, and she's just like, okay, go for it if you want it. I like that from Zane. Doesn't care. It's like, alright, if you want it that bad, then you can have it. I'm going to get my card, and, you know, you might have stage incident or gruesome sacrifice, and I'm not going to fall for it. That's exactly what's going on here. So, nice from Zane. 6 for Baron. So, Baron wanted Imperium Ceremony, but Green not falling for it. Baron with no atomics, so he'll set with Sardaukar Legion. And then Baron is in a funky spot here where, you know, he doesn't have to win it if he doesn't want to. He's going to take the face to answer initiate, which is fine. Baron needs some faction access. Green with nothing to play. So here comes Gruesome. And Green's going to feel very happy to see Gruesome sacrifice and say, yeah, I knew it was going down. Green's going to feel very, very... that's a nice confidence booster to do that and see Gruesome played like that. That makes you feel really good inside. Baron's not going to do anything else, so he'll take the 2 spice, call it a day. Zane gets the 3. Finds Tactician. Could be useful later. And onwards we march here. In this curious game. Helena is up next for round 5. Desert Power is the conflict. Plenty of water to be had here. There's plenty of water out there as it is. Jessica is found. Playing that activates G manipulation as well. So they kind of like fund each other. Much as you want to be obviously revealing Jessica for free persuasion, playing her is also just pretty damn good. Helena does not need to Swordmaster right away. She's unobstructed at Swordmaster, but might be slightly scared of Voice here. Helena cannot infiltrate past the Voice. And if Voice goes and Mentat's taken, that could be scary here. Where's Jess going to get played? Shipping, or just going to go Swordmaster and take no chances? Does go shipping. I think that's reasonable. A couple of cards drawn. Not the best cards drawn, to be truthful. Yuna has got Twisted Mentat. First game I've covered. I think the first game I've ever covered that someone's actually bought Twisted Mentat. So I'm curious to see how this is going to be played out. Certainly in this competition, it's the first one I've seen. So Twisted Mentat can be obviously a lot of fun with, like, using Mentat. The problem with Twisted Mentat, and the thing you've got to be careful of it, is it's great you can pull back your agents, but you've got to have enough card draw to actually make use of all the actions you're about to get. So an obvious move would be, like, go to Mentat with Twisted Mentat. Pull it back. You've got 4 actions. That's great. But you've got to make sure you can still get your 4 actions. So Yuna, like, she could go Research Station and draw. There's Selective Breeding and draw. And stuff like that. But, you know, is there a guarantee she's going to either of those spaces? There isn't, truthfully. So you've got to pick and choose here. And bear in mind, the Recall Agent has to be done immediately. So it's an interesting one. Just opts to go base in here first. Highliner's being threatened. Are we going to see a Twisted Mentat on Highliner? I don't see that. You wouldn't see that often. Baron with a pretty awkward hand. So Bindu's going to get played to try and draw out of it. And it's only found more experimentations. So Baron in a bit of an awkward spot here. Just going to go Mentat and try and dig out of trouble and find it convincing. Oh dear. Baron's in some strife here. Mentat has gone horribly wrong. Lido's up. Lido's not found any Fremen with Seats Reverence, so he's just going to go ahead and use it here. Selective Breeding is done. Yuna's given up on Research Station, although she might go Highliner, so who knows. The double trash from Lido, so Recon goes, Spiritual Fervor goes, using the card ability. I like it, just trashing away. Helena's will get her Swordmaster. She has a Signet Ring. What I want to see Helena do is rip the row here and look for a big card with a bit of buying power. She has to ring something at his man. Oh, she didn't ring it. Oh, sorry, no, she used G manipulation. Nice. And it's +2 spice there. I thought she rung it there. My apologies. No, that's a far better move. Very nice. Is Yuna going Highliner? She definitely is. Call the boys. We're going on an adventure. She's throwing them all in with the intention of just saying, stay out of the conflict, and she's going to tactician out. That's the idea. Baron continues to try to dig out and finds his dagger. All the cards he wants are in there somewhere. I think we might see High Council from Baron here. 9 Persuasion. Just go High Council, Spice Must Flow. I think that might be what we see here. Lido's going to smuggle. He's got his ring. A little bit uncomfortable with spacing. But nothing he can do about it right now. Just takes the Fremen point. Lido's scoring nicely. Helena's just going to go basin. Not really much else to do. Not even bothering the ring. Okay, fair. Helena's ring, you don't always have to use it. But free spice is free spice. This is the beauty of having Imperial Basins so early. You just profit so much. So, absolutely just full of spice. Diplo coming. So, there's a lot of stuff being threatened here. So where's Yuna going with Twisted Mentat? Are you going research with Twisted? Feels like that's kind of what you've set yourself up to do here. And that is indeed what we see here. Well, there's the TM. Hello. That'll make you feel pretty warm and giddy inside. Intrigue coming. Oh, no! Oh, Leto's in real strife here. Leto's alliance is gone. TM's going to double research and take the influence bump, and guild authorization is going to take this alliance here. There's nothing Leto can do about it. It is sayonara. Wow. What an intrigue pool. That's absolutely wild. Here comes the High Council. So Baron will just go Spice Must Flow here and take a point. I think if you get a kind of a weird hand draw and you get a Spice Flow out of it, you can't feel too bad about it. Leto's going to reveal for 5. Takes Assassination Mission. I think that was a bit of a, well, I can get some money from Siege, and we're also going to see if we can find a good card, and does. Negotiate Withdrawals there. It's a nice card. I would be definitely taking that as Leto, and does. Stilgar now peels off on their own. Now the good cards are on their way. Helena with 3. Helena has not been using training drones, by the way. I'm sure you guys have been noticing it. There's nothing I can do. I cannot tell Helena she needs to use training drones. It's none of my business. But she's missed it a few times now. Oh, Bean. I was applauding you for going subject. And here comes the steal. This is absolutely dirty. It gives them money for the ring as well. This alliance is just totally gone for Leto here. Nothing he can do about it. He's unlucky here. He's unlucky. There's nothing he can do. Yeah, just bad luck, this. I mean, Leto probably needed some pegging back here. He was starting to, you know, score pretty nicely, but this alliance is absolutely history. And TM will certify it. So, nothing you can do about it. Unlucky. And Leto is going to have to rebuild and go for another alliance here. He definitely can. He's in good shape with, like, Bene Gesserit and even the Emperor here, so... not a disaster for Leto, but a little unfortunate it's gone down this way. Baron has got 9. For me, it's just a reveal. Reveal, Spice Must Flow, call it a day. Also gets your Talaxu point and Talaxu Spice. Diplo's coming. I see no reason to do anything else here. I think this is just, yeah, reveal, take the Spice. Point to point. I think if you're Baron or Tesia and you can find like a Spice Must Flow point in your game, it's absolutely huge. There's nothing else for you to do here. There's nothing else for you to do here. Take the Spice, take the Talaxu point, and be happy. Oh my god, Stitch Horror has turned up on the road. When did that happen? Wow, I didn't even see that. Oh, but the Talaxu Spice is right there. Oh, but Baron can't top deck Stitch Horror. So has to take the Spice. Surely he's got to take Talaxu in the Spice. If you could top deck Stitched, you'd do it. He's looking at his hand. It's a 10% that he finds Stitch Horror straight away to resecure the Spice, the Talaxu Spice. He really wants it. It's round 5, coming into round 6. Is it too late for Stitched? I think it is, in this exact situation, when you can just lock it up. And you know that Yuna's got Talaxu Master. I think this is the way to do it. I think I agree. I think you just take it and you keep it away from Yuna. And then Yuna's like, yeah, I had this. So, I imagine bump down, secure the alliance. Yep. Just certify that. So this is the second conflict in this game which has gone unopposed for some bizarre reason. What a strange game this is being. Yuna will obviously tactician and just retreat. No, but, you know, none of this was, you know, no, it's just what it was. It's been a weird game with combats, this. Point water. Una will not complain. I'm surprised no one went for second place there, but I guess no one really had the troops. Baron didn't bother at Arrakis, which surprises me. Alright, we'll move on anyways. Round 6 is Guildbank Raid. Well, does anyone really need the money? Not hugely. Guild Impersonator is now doing nothing for Lido, unfortunately. He's not even got, like, shifting to, like, fodder it away for something else. So, you know, that's a little bit unfortunate. Sorry, I hit the table there. Try and get a slightly better view. That'll have to do. Yuna's up first. So this is going to be a setup round here. Baron is going to want to... Oh, wow. So Baron has got enough for Highliner, but he's drawn all his faction access now. So he might have to Highline this round. Thinking he's not getting back there. Because Helena's just going to sit there. Oh, but Helena's drawn all the faction access to Highliner. Una very much wants the conflict for her ring, of course. It's by far the best for her. Una went great flat, so it was just trying to arm up for Highliner here, I guess. I'm surprised the Una did not go shipping. I still would have done that. So Baron gets there, will not decline. Finds Infiltrate. No! Finds Infiltrate. That's huge. That's so big for next round. Baron might not, might keep his spice here, though. I don't know what's going to happen. Lido's up. Just mentatting? Wow, just mentatting with his liaison. Savage. Picks up a convincing was his last card. Helena's like, I'm not really too sure what to do here. I don't mind Helena highlining because it gives access to the water. Selective breeding's fine. You want to see Jessica. Surely selective breed's the way to go forward, right? 3 cards to draw. So you can dig them all out with fold space. It feels like it's a good round to try and pick out Spiceman's Flow. Forget selective breeding for me. You've got no Benny axe. You've not done any Benny trips so far. Got to start scoring points here. You're starting to fall behind here, Bean. Subject's on its way. You can start obviously playing that now as well. Oh, I think Bean's lagged out here. Ooh. Ooh, big lag spike for Bean there. That was ugly. But I think that's the slip move for me. Okay, so the Bean is back. Still selective for me. That's the move. Get rid of like your dagger, assuming it's in your discard or, you know, something. I don't know what exactly is in your discard here. Get rid of like, yeah, get rid of like your dagger. Draw 3. Place subject to something. Get like a disposal or something. Maybe hollow projectors. You got subject. You really need to start using it. And the thing is as well is if you draw enough cards, then you've got not the worst chance of finding Highliner access next round as well. If that's what you really want. So, I think that's the way I would proceed. I don't really see what else you could do. I mean, Still Suits, is okay, I guess. Secrets feels kind of not great. Helena's going to cash in the smuggling. And hope no one... Interesting. I can understand why you want to do this. You're worried about not being able to get there. Might be after the cash. It's going to bump up for the beetle bump. Yeah, makes sense with subject coming. That's just the point. Take your Fremen bump now. Get the point. Take the cash, I think. Yeah, I think so, yeah. That way you can subject to High Council, which looks like a nice little move. So Yuna's going selective breeding here, right? Yeah. There's no way she wasn't. Dagger's gone. Baron's got all sorts of stuff to use here. Wow, Yuna's got 8 persuasion. Might well see tech negotiation for the spice here. So Baron's going to Diplo, and I imagine he used Face Dancer grafted with Sardaukar Legion. Secrets and Wealth both seem good. He's also could just infiltrate Selective Breeding, which is what he's doing. No, he's going to go Secrets. Saving Infiltrate for Highliners in the future, which I don't hate. No! Finds Expedite. Good grief. Wow. He's just sitting there with 2 as well. That's pretty nice. He might find himself a bonus shipping out of this. Doesn't have to use an Intrigue right now. You're the one with Infiltrate, and there's no invasion ships out there, so no one can go Secrets. No one has a way of infiltrating you here. There's no Infiltrator, there's no weapon power, so you're not in any danger. Leto's just gonna go grab some spice. He's not really got much else to do here. Just gonna get experimenting, start racing along, getting some intrigues, getting stuff, so he's now safe. He can't be Secrets on for the moment. Grand Conspiracy is found. It's actually not a bad one for Leto here. He can definitely score a point out of that. He needs the High Council and he needs the Spice Must Flow, though. That could be where he gets unstuck. He can definitely get the 4 Persuasion of 2 factions. He's almost there with that as well. Ooh. Interesting. High Councils it with that. Is Helena just holding on to her fold space cards? There's Subject. Finds it. I think she's holding on to fold space and Diplo to give herself maximum chance of highlighting next round. If somehow Baron doesn't get there. It feels like that might be what's going on. Yuna's going to holo project. Might as well. Oh, Memo Quarters peels off. No, 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 no. Oh, and Baron can get there. Oh, but he loses his spice. He loses Highliner if he does. Oh, but it's Memo Quarters. But you could just ship next round and take it with shipping. You don't have to die for it now. Unless you think someone else will. Leto definitely would. Leto would be all over that. Leto 100% would go there. Oh, but Leto can't get there. But Baron doesn't know that. Baron has no idea that Leto can't actually get it, but I think Baron's concerned about it. It looks so good for Leto. You take the Memo Quarters bump with the Emperor, and then you just chase the Fremen at some point, and that's it. It's just a point. And he would also, as it turns out, really want the Dreadnoughts, but he does not have access. So I think Baron is going to, just thinks, I just got to get it. This was not what was planned. Yeah, you see, and immediately Baron's looking. Baron's looking to see about it. He was absolutely terrified of Leto getting there, but Leto couldn't. So, Baron dives some Memo Quarters. It's amazing. Memo Quarters peels off, and it just makes people suddenly go for it and change their plans. I think it's fascinating that you can do that. I think it's kind of hard for Baron to actually score the Memo Quarters point here, really. And hold on to his alliance. But who knows? Longer the game goes, maybe. But it was telling there how Baron was looking at Leto's discard. But, what's done is done. Is he considering bumping the Fremen with the idea being of finessing, like, later on? I wouldn't hate going aggressive with a Bene Gesserit and then finessing away later on. But decide to just take the Emperor and kind of just let it play out a little bit here. So Leto couldn't get there. Leto's just going to go ahead and keep experimenting. Just continue research. That's all he was ever going to do here. I wonder if Leto would play Tactician for the money. I don't think so. Oh, but he's got economic positioning. So he wouldn't mind the cash. And to be fair, he needs to offload an intrigue because his hand's in trouble. So he might Tactician here. He is subject. What do you grab here? Going Spaceport. Wow, okay. Here we go then. Spaceport taken. Interesting. I don't hate it. The bump is mandatory. So there's a point. It's going to give Helena 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 persuasion and atomics. Could be looking for something big to just top deck here. Yuna's going to reveal for 9 and Spice Must Flow. Baron's got 5. Probably go Stilgar. Maybe Engineer in some worlds. Maybe. Don't know. Baron does not need to use an intrigue just yet. He's going to have to shortly, though. Baron's eyeing up techs. He's kind of thinking about, trying to think ahead here. Like, do I expedite without and not actually go shipping? We'll see. Still got a solid card and goes for it. TM number 2 turns up on the row. And Duke Leto has 5 persuasion. And he will take it. That's a nice peel up for him. So both TMs in the game here. Some things never change. I'm so glad I'm not in this match. Helena's going to reveal for 7. And she can buy anything she gets now can go top of the deck. So, interesting to see what's going to happen here. Do you rip the row? From in politics, you can just top deck. That's just a bump, though. Atomics is there. But Throne Room's pretty good. It's just a straight bump here. Red's got to top deck that. Ooh, Dissecting Kit turns up as well. I wouldn't have minded top decking that as well, but I don't hate not. Deck's a little big. Tactician is played just to get stuff out of the way. And just to protect his hand. Makes sense. So, he'll take the 6 cash. Yuna will take 4. It's all she really wanted. Enough for a ring. So Baron's going to go into round 7 here with a couple of points of lead. But what to be done here? Here we go then. Imperial Basin is the opening conflict for the round 3s. Helena gets the bonus troop. Who finds Highlander access? Oh man, Helena nails it with space travel. My god. That's a huge find. Baron has not found it, and he can't cheat it anyway, either way. So, Baron's drawn pretty awkwardly here. Leto again, seats Reverend, but no Fremen to go with it. Yuna's got Ceremony, she's got Diplo. Helena's got a huge hand here. Huge hand. What a moment this is for Helena. Kind of weird here for Baron. Baron kind of wants to go down and up so he can then some point smuggle and cash it. The problem is it's so weird here. But if you go up and down, Expedite is just doing nothing. It's just like a pointless card. So it's kind of weird, this. You can almost feel forced to go down and up, but you could really do with some of these techs. Weird situation for Evie. I think down and up is the way I would get. No, does opt for techs here. What is Baron going for? Snoopers? Chalmurky? Don't suppose it makes no sense here, so it's one of the two. I think I prefer Snoopers here. Because now Expedite, you can get rid of Expedite, you can get rid of cannon turrets, you're going to draw an extra intrigue. You know, I think I would prefer Snoopers here to Chalmurky. Believe I like Chalmurky, I'm a big Chalmurky fan, but I think given the specific situation, I think I'd rather go Snoopers. Either way, you're going to have a lot of intrigues and you're at risk at secret stealing, so it's going to go Chalmurky. So, advanced weaponry and water of life. Still going to pay the 2 spice, which is done. I think Baron's just going to sit on this for now and kind of see what happens. War life is playable. He might just play it now. His hand is absolutely garbage. I don't think I'd even risk losing Water of Life here. Yeah, just play it immediately. Problem is, Baron's deck is just not great. You know, you look at Baron's big power cards, they're all here. Steelguard's by far the best card he's got here, by distance. And Face Dancer's just like trying to paper over the cracks, but Baron's deck is pretty poor. The problem is now is that he's definitely a lot of risk of secret stealing. Like, Lido's got a lot of reason to go secrets here with Siege. Takes the Emperor bump, so is eyeing up finessing for it to get more troops into the combat. But must be concerned that Helena may have Highlander access here. She had a few cards that can get her there. Very possible she finds one. Lido's up. I think for me, it's probably Siege. Ooh, interesting. It's going to be secrets, I think. Whoa! Mentats! With the sister. Wow, that's a left field move. Didn't expect that. Helena's not going to mess about. Just highline. Get him in. Do not need to wait any wait. Final members to training drones. Should have done that like 4 times this game. Gets him in. I kind of like keeping the 2 troops out. I think it's kind of... I wouldn't have hated doing that. Try and just like... I don't need to put them all in. I think if you leave 2 out or just put them in, I think either's fine. But whatever. Don't know if Helena's the happiest about what she drew, though. She might have to use Jessica now at Research Station. We'll see. Selective again for Yuna. I don't think she can believe she's got there twice. But she has. Baron has 6, 7, 8. He's got 9 persuasion at the moment. But his hand is, again, still really awkward. And again, this is difficult. Snoopers, I think, has got to be taken now. Yeah, Snoopers it will be. So, people might be wondering if he's got maybe machine culture, but if he's got machine culture, he could never trash Snoop. Well, that's pretty amazing. So, machine culture is interesting here. With machine culture, you cannot play Sonic Snoopers, because if you trash Snoopers, machine culture, then you have to buy another tech for it, because it doesn't count anymore in the game. So that's amazing. How did that peel off there? That's crazy. That is awesome. Lido's up here. Lido has found the liaison, by the way. He's 8 persuasion. We just had a power flicker. It's pretty stormy outside. Signet ring is in hand. Second crack at secrets, maybe. I think that's what we're going to see. Yep. No! You'd have thought Duke Leto had plans within plans. It just trashes the experimentation! Oh my god! What is going on here? This is wild from Pons. He's playing like he's got plans within plans. It's out there. Somewhere in the wilderness. Does that move make any sense? Oh, he's going research station. He's opening up research station with his ring and stealing Baron's alliance. That's exactly what he's looking at here. Oh my god. Helena's at 4, 7, 8. Helena's got to play subject here. Just tech negotiation or something. Yep. Two, 3, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, take the bump. Seems good to me. I do think Helena is probably going research station here. Doesn't have to put a negotiator down. It should be noted. The spot here, it is you may put a negotiator down. You're not obliged to. And of course, negotiators that get up there could get stuck. So if they've got no intention of buying any techs, then yeah, she's got no obligation to take any negotiators here. Yuna's just going to go Arrakis. Oh, she finds a ring. And she can use it as well. Spicer's Flow is secured. There's no way Yuna can shut this game out, though. Looks like we're going to be going another round here. More often than not. Unless Baron can find 3 points, but I don't think he's going to, everyone. Baron's got 9. He's got 10. Apologies. Tech negotiation. So has a free move. I don't hate just going Carthag and just putting 3 troops in. Oh, he's considering it with organ merchants and selling his specimen so he can put his dreadnought in. Oh, I like that, actually. That's a nice... I like that move. Yeah, go Carthag. Get the dreadnought in. Might as well. Yeah, I like this. Nice little bit of synergy here. Demand respect is found. Is that trash fodder? I don't know if he's ever going to get use out of that. Here comes the dread here. So he can put in 2 dreads, 2 troops. 4 units. But again, cannot use snoopers here. If he uses snoopers, he has to buy another tech. Which he doesn't want to do at this point in the game. So it's all getting a little tricky here for players now. Getting a bit antsy. A reminder, all these players in their first game got either 3rd or 4th place, so there's a ton to fight for. No one wants to come last here. Coming last would be really bad news for the rest of this competition. It'd be a real struggle to try and qualify for the knockouts. Baron is considering using 3 intrigues to protect his hand. And it looks like he's going to. So there's 1. Now he's going to finesse from, like, spacing to get, like, Emperor, I guess? It's 2 more troops you can put into the combat, but you can't win the fight's the problem. Cannon turrets is only +2. He's terrified of losing his intrigues. And to be honest, he probably should be. Because Yuna can secrets and still get Spice Must Flow if she really wanted to. Yuna's counting up their persuasion there. It's the thing you notice sometimes. You see little people do little things with their hands. You can kind of get an idea of where their mind's at, what they're looking at here. So Baron can use Infiltrate here and protect his hand if he wants. Baron has the Spice. Baron is trying to find a way to like win this game on this spot, but he can't. There's no way he can win the conflict, so... Yeah. On the troop back. Leo knows he's probably good here. But we'll probably put in... Helena here, sorry. There's the Swordmaster, finally. So he's going to chase the Fremen. Baron hates to see that. Oh, dear. That was the only issue with taking the Emperor bump, is now Fremen's in jeopardy. Here comes Jessica to the research station. This is +4 cards. Oh, did not want to find fold space. We're going to find that later on. Whoops. I drew weirdly. So 2 more. 4, 5, 6, 8. Oh, it's only just Spice Must Flow. Oh, it's close. +2 Spice. It's only 8, 9 because of tech negotiation. Can you believe it? That's wild. That is wild. But Helena's going to score these 2 battle points. And Harvest Cells is going to help as well. I don't know how Helena's ever going to get hold of the final Talaxu bump, though. Here comes Secrets. It's a free punt. Tiebreaker found for Yuna. Secret steal for the Baron. What gets lost? Ooh, Demand Respect goes. I don't think Baron will be too upset at that. I think Machine Coach definitely didn't want to lose. And, you know, Infiltrate he'd rather keep hold of. Cannon Touch would be bad news if he lost this. I think he can live with losing Demand here. So, Baron with the Spice Must Flow. Gets to 8. Leo's going to reveal for 3. Oh, no, he's still got an action. So Leo's going to bump down and take this Fremen Alliance. And I assume next round he then ships and cements it. Oh, he's going to... Oh, he's taking the... Whoa! He's taking the Spice! Whoa! There's been a lot of people just, like, not wanting tier 2 shipping, just cashing in for the resources straight away. It's happened a lot. It's been very curious. Oh, Leto is eyeing up doing it again to Highline of something. I don't know. I've no idea. Right, Helena's at 9, just. She gets a Benny bump. There's a Spice Must Flow. So she's at 5, +2 is going to be at 7. Baron just cannot get past it twice. Oh, he's lost the point here. 2 alliances. You know, he dropped the spacing point. He's lost the Fremen. Yuna's at 9. So Spice Must Flow for her. It's 5 Spice bought between these people, which is pretty impressive, because only one of them is the Baron. It's been a strange Baron game, this. Oh, Leto didn't cash in his specimens. Ooh, he should have done that. Oh, Leto, just missed his specimens. Yuna's going to take... Oh, does she... Oh, man. She was like, do I take Stitched here? But I don't think you can. So it just takes the specimens here. Leo's going to reveal for a couple. And, I mean... Oh, Leto hasn't revealed yet. Sorry, that's why he hasn't bought his specimens yet. Okay. Oh, he still didn't buy his specimens! Oh, my God. Nothing's going to be played here. Baron passes, red passes, green passes. So, nothing to be played here. Helena's going to take the combat down. It's a big 2 points for her. Gets her back in the game, because she'd been struggling at the human being. But Helena right back in it now. Harvest Cells is that's an end of combat. As being noted there, so it's a pass. Baron's going to get the 5 spice. So, if he finds Diplo access, he's going back to Highliner. Yuna gets 3, but it's not enough. Can Baron Harkonnen find Diplo? Helena, wow, she top decks the Surgeon with the Harvest Cells. I kind of like it. So here we go then. It is round 8. And I don't know who's going to win this. This is super close. Has Baron got the advantage here? I feel like Baron has the advantage here. If Baron finds Highliner access, it might be over. Big draw for Baron. Does he find it? Ow. Nose is a big draw. Oh, finds it. Oh, there we go. I think Baron's going to win this. That's a massive draw to find it. If you'd feel a bit hard-pressed if you didn't find it. Leto's hand is very curious, so he's off to research station, surely. No, he Shuttlefield turned up. I didn't even see that. Oh, wow. So Shuttlefleet's going to be all the spice. So Cements the Fremen. Is going to peek his nose in front at the Bene Gesserit. Oh, did he find secrets? And this is the intrigue. Oh, my God. That's so dirty. Oh, man. That is sickening. Spy Satellites turns up here. I tell you what, Helena might well be wanting that. That's a big one for Helena. I think she sees it and she's like, ooh. Give me some spice, surely. Up and down, just take the spice. Oh. Hoping to get to smuggling. Oh, does she even see the size? It's 2 points for you. It's a huge tech for you. Yuna's found her TM. Both TMs in hand here. Tanaxu Master, Twist Mentat, Voice is found. Oh, man. Yuna could actually block Highliner here. But she's got no way of getting there herself. She's got no faction access. So it doesn't really do a whole lot. Tricky spot. Experimentation goes. I mean, maybe knew that was the card coming, or maybe just forgot. But it doesn't look too smart now. No faction access. I think if you're going to go Mentat, you should have just done that first. But in any event, you're in real trouble here. And surely if Baron highlines, it's just over. I don't see how Baron's ever going to be held back in combat enough. Especially he's got infiltration as well for shipping. Well, that was... we just lagged out there, the game. That was a bit weird. Sorry about that, everyone. Okay. So. Back to green in this awkward spot that they find themselves in. Is there any way that they can There's no way they can find the access for Highliner and get the spice together, but I guess they're just going to go hang a basin and just stall and try to do... I don't know. You could also go Siege for research station. And I think that's what we're going to see here. Is just going to block it up, yeah. This is really rough for Lido as well. Lido's in some trouble here. Leo needs some money for economic as well. There's a lot of problems. So... should Baron gamble and wait at any point for this? I think the answer is no. I think just highline with Diplo and, you know, feel like you're going to win the game, probably. You got Machine Culture as a backup. You got Machine Culture and Chow Murky. So if you highline and just win the combat and do nothing else, at 11.5 points. Is anyone at this table getting to 12? I don't think so. You'd be a bit worried that Lido might have, like, plans or something. It's kind of played a bit funkily. I don't think EV should do anything else than just insta-highline and do it. And take no chances. You've got Infiltrate. Oh. Man. Bit of min-maxing here, it feels like, but it's really unnecessary. Well, Allied Armada is found, so that is game over. Now does not have to even worry about it. This match is over. So Baron's going to win it. So it's now just a question of fighting for second place, and it's super tight. Lido's hand is awkward. Lido was obviously hoping to get to Research Station, but can't. There's not a lot Lido can really do here, truthfully. I guess you just go Mentat or something. But I don't see how Lido's going to score any more points here. Lido's going to try and dig themselves out of trouble here. Find another private army. But they don't have enough spice for the first one. I feel Blue's run his race here. Helena is going Signet Ring, and then she's gonna probably look to go Research Station once Yuna has uncovered it, I guess. Benny point here, that's up to 8. Yuna's looking not bad here for getting at least second place, and I think that'd be a good result for Bean. It's been a bit of a wild match. Water and Beetle Bump looks good. Gets an intrigue. No! Absolute joker. How many cards can Hannah just pull and just score a point off? There's not many. There you go. She just finds one right there. My God. So, Research Station it is. I don't know if Yuna is actually going to take the recall of the agent here. I think it depends what she draws. We'll see. She has the opportunity to trash beforehand with the research and should do. Trash out something from the deck. I don't know, dagger or something. Trashes out the other Spice Must Flow. So that's telling the table that she does not have Call on the Market. Not the best of draws she could have found. Does retreat it. But now Lido can't even get there. Here comes Highliner. So Baron will win. There's nothing that's going to stop him here anymore. This one is over. Wow. Lido has to just reveal, right? If Lido reveals, it's a point. If Lido plays, it's not much. Leto has to reveal... Oh, it's 2 points. Didn't Leto get assassination mission? Oh, it's not in his hand. Oh, he's spicing up. And he's hoping Private Army does something. I guess he feels if he gets second place, he can get the point from economic. So I don't hate that. He doesn't have to acquire a card. It's optional. But yeah, so he's going to double Private Army and hope that 12 strength is enough for second place so he can get his economic point and score it this way, which I don't hate. Helena can research station. It's 3 cards, and she just hopes to get there and score and get to 10. If she does, then it's huge. 7. Yep, she gets there. So Helena's gonna finish at 10, and I don't see any way she doesn't get second place here. It has been some journey for the human being. It has been some trip for the human being, this game. But I've liked it. It's been an adventure. Yuna's got a couple of actions. But she's kind of like running out of stuff to do here. I mean, research station, selected breeding with Diplo can't be bad. Get an intrigue as a bonus as well. You can trash whatever. I actually wouldn't trash Spice for Slow because this is the last round for sure. And so if anyone else has got corner, like you're potentially denying them a point, even if you don't have it. You should always consider that. What else has Yuna got here? Is Yuna going Arrakis? No, she's going Mentor. Well, that was a like for like, just a stall. It's not really done anything. I don't know if I like that move. Baron or infiltrate research. Gets an extra intrigue. Or he can defend his alliance. But he knows that green's got demand respect, so he doesn't actually have to protect anything here. Is gonna go for the spacing bump. I don't know why you'd go spacing bump here. Surely... Oh, memo quarters. That's why. I forgot he had that. So, yeah. But Yellow's already won the game here, so... It doesn't matter. He's at 11 or 12 with Chalmerkis, who wins either way. Leto with 4 is, again, gonna hope that 2 private armies will secure the point. Baron doesn't even need to worry about it. He's miles in front. There are intrigues as well. Leto and Helena can both find... There is the endgame. It's Shadowy Bargain, I think it is. I think it's called. Where you can... which gives you an endgame beetle. And that is a point for both of them. And it's a point for... Oh, no, Yuna's going to get there, so that's fine. So it's if they find either of them off, like, off Arrakis, it's a point. Helena's going to get to 10. But Helena knows that she's not going to win this. She knows she's fighting for second. Unless she gets crazy lucky. At the moment, like, Call the Market could be interesting. Here comes Selective, so I'm going to get lucky. Oh! Wow, there it is! Yuna will not be trashing Corner anymore. Wow. So, Spice will slow anymore. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, but Yuna's only got 7 persuasion. She might not be able to buy the spice. She's got to pull basically her convincing out of 4. Baron just obviously keeps chucking it in. Doesn't matter. Wow, it's a coin flip for Yuna. 2 cards get her there, and 2 cards don't. And it's a double point swing here. But that's if she reveals right now. She's still got an action. Yuna can play experimentation, because she'll get 2 draws from Talaxu Master instead. I don't know if that actually gives you better odds of getting the Spice Must Flow or worse. I legit have no earthly idea if that gives you better odds or worse. Haya doesn't mind the extra spice, by the way. So Yuna needs to find... She's got 2 draws. She needs to find Ceremony or Convincing. She finds either she's good. It's 6. There's not 1, but this is Imperium Ceremony, so Spice Must Flow is found. Yuna gets the double points. And I think that's going to give her second place as well. Because she's got Tiebreaker, and she's going to surpass Helena, who can't score anymore, unless someone flukes like a point here. Yuna only gets the 1, because remember, she trashed one of her spices. If she kept it, she'd have a guaranteed 2 points here. And she'd be at 11. But she's got Tiebreaker, so she'll feel alright with this anyways. So, Lido's up first for Conflict. Private Army will be played. Lido needs to finish second here for his economic positioning. It's going to cost him all his spice, but a point's a point. Helena will ambush. Yuna will not play. Yuna will pass. Baron, doesn't matter what he does. And then Lido will Private Army again and will take the +2. Definitely can't actually play that, but I know what you mean. So the second Private Army, up to 12. So Lido will find his point. Unfortunately, it's 4th place for him. It has not worked out for Pons this game. It has been kind of all over the place. It's been a weird old match. So takes the cash and the intrigue. That is nothing. Helena gets the money and an intrigue. Oh, finds plans! Oh, it's not a point. Plans isn't worth anything. So that is all she wrote then. So, Baron Harkonnen wins the match. Kind of a wild game, this. But found the access when it was needed. Yuna will finish second with 10 and 13 spice. Helena with 10 and 1. And Lido, unfortunately, will finish last with the 7 points. They trashed it because at the time didn't have corner. That's why. That was a
good game.
Pretty lively match, though.
Guys, that was lively. Yeah.
Goodness me. I'm trying to think about what happened, but it's all a bit of a blur to me. I mean, once you got like double TMs on the board, like it all becomes like very easy and hard to.
Oh, you had plans within plans.
Just at the very end.
Yeah, right at the end.
Right at the very end. So.
Oh, this was drawn at the end, and this is drawn at the end from here.
No, corner was found. I think that was like the selective. I think.
Corner was, from the selective. From this round earlier. Yeah, I thought my last. I don't think it would have mattered, but when I holo projected, I thought I had left a fold space as my last card, and it was a spice.
Yeah, I was wondering that you fold spaced it, and I was like, that doesn't look too clever.
Oops.
Unfortunately, not. But I mean, you kind of made it work, I guess. You got the point, just about. So.
Yeah, barely.
Yeah, it was.
The game got real messy when I had about 8 intrigues in hand, and I had.
You had so many.
Yeah, and he couldn't use sleepers. Funny enough, it was
It
amazing.
was awkward.
It was really funny because I was talking about getting snoopers, and I was just talking about,
Yeah.
well, if you found machine culture and then you pinged it off, and I was like, wow, that's pretty silky. So then,
I
then you're stuck
thought
with those
about it.
intrigues, and you're at risk of stealing. You can't trash snoopers because you got to buy another tech
No.
somewhere.
And I was thinking about hunting and buying this tech next round, but I thought it was too risky.
I think so. You just got to kind of hope a bit, but yeah, as long as you find your Highlander access this round, like, you're good. So
I know.
Yeah.
I was praying. I should have gone Arakeen. I should have gone Arakeen instead of Carthag last turn and reshuffled and guaranteed it.
I think so. Yeah, I agree.
Would have had it infiltrated.
Yeah.
I would have had it infiltrated, which is I wanted to save it for next round.
Yeah,
but,
no, I do agree.
Yeah.
But it wasn't too much of an issue in the end. I mean, I say it was it was a pretty good game though. I think everyone played pretty solid. I
would definitely not say that.
Well, I mean, it didn't go so great for you, unfortunately. I mean, you were a bit unlucky.
No.
I think losing the Space Alliance you did was pretty gross. That Blue just peeled off Guild, which gave the red to gave that. There's nothing you can do about that. That's just brutal luck.
Nope.
Nothing you do there. Yeah. But there was a lot of good stuff like Bean as well. I did like going for the subject earlier. I was like, please go up and take subject, and he did, and I was like,
yeah, subject's really cool. Wish I could have used it more. I got pretty lucky with this Lady Jessica here, timing wise.
Yeah.
As well.
Yep.
Would you have grabbed Memo Dreadnought puns? Because that's what the main reason I went.
I was
blocked
1,000% gonna go get that if you didn't get it.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, and I had terrible draws where two turns in a row couldn't get my Swordmaster because I had no greens. And then got just blocked down to like the 5th round. Like, it just really unlucky draws. I was trashing so much, and then like several times I wanted to go here with the Reverend Mother to trash 2 cards, and then somebody like jumped out ahead
there was
of me.
Definitely some sequencing difficulties. I mean, obviously when Memo Corders got taken, you didn't even have access to Dreadnoughts at the time, so it wasn't even.
Maybe not. Yeah, you might be right.
You didn't even have access at the time. You wanted it was a really good tech for you, but you had no way of actually getting it.
Yeah, I was like, that's just a point for you. Plus, but I wanted to wait because I had shipping next round, and I was gonna grab it. But I'm like, if he takes it, it's gonna be frustrating.
Yeah, it's pretty dangerous.
Yeah.
He had no way of getting that.
Yeah.
Yeah, both my games, the Baron has won, and I've been the person before Baron. I feel like I'm failing my responsibilities. There was one round early on where I had to decide between revealing for Tleilaxu Master or voicing Swordmaster to stop you.
I was worried.
Moment that I
was worried.
I don't know.
I mean, it definitely, TM definitely worked out for me quite a few times.
Yeah, I mean, you got second place. I think in a group stage, I think so. If it's a knockout, you probably should be
right.
It, I guess.
Yeah, that's a good point. I gotta get in that tournament mentality. Plus, I always play at 3 players, so 4 is different.
Interesting.
Some different nuances.
The only thing with that though is no one had Solari, so it would have just delayed me. I would have been able to get it next round.
I know, and I was like, well, then I won't be able to get
delayed. it. Yeah. So I was like, if he voices me, it's not horrible. So I took the chance because I wanted to take the spice, and I had the Mentat intrigue, which was lucky.
Yeah. You just literally just pulled down the spot. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, that's an action.
A lot of strange stuff did kind of happen at the mid game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought about taking the Benny Alliance as well. I'm sure you were talking about it. I drew X. I had finesse. It felt too messy and too much of a risk. I felt like I had the points I needed, and so came with 3 Benny cards and negotiated in his ring. I was like,
it's not worth it. I think it was probably the wise call. So let's go have a look at the Group C standings. 5 of the 10 matches played. We hit the halfway mark here. And EV Bomb finding himself into 4th place with the victory. Definitely a very, very important win to get his campaign kick-started. Zane as well, picking up now the 4 points in 2 games. We'll feel pretty decently. probably feels he might need to make sure he wins a game to certify his trip into the next round. But distance to go. Bean Juice and Pons both waiting in the wings on 3 as well. Definitely pretty close here, however. Points pretty well shared. Yarmin obviously going to feel pretty good to make a good chance to make the top 2 and get straight through to the quarterfinals. But far from guaranteed, there is plenty of people right behind him. All in all, though, I think it was a pretty fun game. I quite enjoyed casting that, kids. I'm exhausted. It's the 3rd game I've casted in a row today. I'm not doing a 4th. I've got a lot of editing work to do, but it was a lot of fun. Yeah, I do feel Pons. It probably feels a little bit, I can understand being a little disappointed in the result. I don't think it went too great for him. I think he got put into some kind of tricky spots. And also the way that he lost the Space Alliance was absolutely disgusting, and there was absolutely nothing he could do about it. It was a horror draw for Unit. It just enabled everything, and there's nothing you can do about that. That's the way it goes sometimes. I've been there myself. Don't worry yourselves about that. But regardless, thank you all for watching. Take care of yourselves. We'll have, of course, more footage from the Imperium Cups. We've still got a lot of games to play. Don't worry yourselves about that. Take care, everyone. We'll see you next time.